All right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Dakota here with Luxvoni.com, coming at you live today from beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, with the one and only Entrepreneurial Psychology Masterclass. This is lesson number 3 in the Masterclass, where we're going to be talking about your conscientiousness score. Now, this is a tongue twister for me, so if I screw that pronunciation up throughout this video, don't light your boy up in the comments. I'm trying here, but it's taking your big 5 type indicator. That means you skipped video number 1 of this masterclass, and you will not get anything from this video without taking it. So if that's you, click the link in the description, go check out that, go take your free psychometric assessment, and then come back to this video. Now, if you're someone who's got your psychometric assessment on your computer, go ahead and pull that bad boy up, split your screen, and let's rock and roll and go through what this personality trait means and what does it mean for you, right? So when it comes to conscientiousness, this is a personality trait that is heavily associated with work and organization. It is composed of 2 core elements. We have industrious, and then we have orderliness. These are the 2 components that make up conscientiousness. Now, when it comes to industrious, these are people who carry out their plans. They often avoid wasting time. They always finish what they start, and they know what they're doing. They're very confident. They understand that confidence comes from competence, and they're very competent in everything that they do. Now, when it comes to orderliness, these people are typically very tidy. They're very clean. They revolve around routines and schedules. They're very organized. They hate chaos. They're very orderly people, if you will, and they're very focused people. Now, individuals who score high in consciousness are more likely to have career success and financial success when compared to people who score low in conscientiousness. This is very important, and this is due to conscious people being so good at implementing their ideas, staying on track, and drowning out the noise of other people's agendas so they can prioritize their own agenda. And if these individuals also have a high IQ, it makes them literally a force to be reckoned with in the professional world. So if you score low in conscientiousness, it's a little bit tricky. I would definitely work on trying to reverse that. If you score high in it, it looks like you're in great shape. Also, people who score high in conscientiousness, they typically carry out their plans. They don't waste time. They finish what they start, and they are not easily distracted. People who also score high in conscientiousness are tidy. They respect order. They hate mess. They hate unorganized people. And they love routines, right? They love habits. They're aware of what's going on around them, and they're also aware of their individual strengths and weaknesses. People who score high in conscientiousness are very reliable. They're well organized. They are self-disciplined, and they are people who stick with the plan no matter what the circumstances are, and they do not give up easy. So this is an incredible trait for entrepreneurship. And really an incredible trait if you score low in neuroticism and you are scoring high in consciousness. You have an edge over a big percentage of the population. So if that's you, congratulations. Now, let's talk about career paths for highly conscious people, conscientiousness people, if you will. People who score high here, these are going to be your entrepreneurs and your founders. These are going to be your C-suite executives, your directors, your managers, your sales professionals, your sales managers, your lawyers, and also your doctors. People who score low in conscientiousness. These are your Uber drivers. These are your janitors. These are your technical support people. These can be your mechanics, your landscapers, and also your firefighters. So please keep that into consideration. If you score high in consciousness, all these jobs on the left, as you can see, are the highest paying jobs in the U.S. They're jobs that have a lot of stress, a lot of pain. They require a lot of tolerance to stress. But again, that stuff is rewarded in capitalism. So the more stress you can take, the more things you can overcome, the higher you're going to be paid, which is why people who are high in consciousness make more money than people who are low in conscientiousness. Now, if you score high in conscientiousness, your chances of being a successful entrepreneur, they're very high. However, if you score low in it, your chances are extremely low. You are going to have a very difficult time succeeding as an entrepreneur. And the reason why is because as an entrepreneur, you have to develop routines. You've got to understand the power of possessing good habits that get you to where you want to go. And you've got to be able to overcome failure very quickly and understand that, you keep moving no matter what the external circumstances are. So if you score low in conscientiousness, the lower you score, the lower your chance of succeeding as an entrepreneur. If you score high in conscientiousness, the higher your success rate becomes. So if you are someone on today's web class, and let's say you scored extremely low in conscientiousness, however you want to be an entrepreneur, there is some things you can do to work on this. Step number 1, it may seem extreme, but in the end, the only person you're hurting is yourself, your fulfillment, your potential, and your future, so you might as well be extreme. First step, find a clinical psychologist that can assist you through regular psychotherapy. Go to this psychologist bi-weekly, once a month, whatever you need to do, but this will help you become more conscious as an individual, if you will. The second aspect that we have here is focus on being proactive, not reactive. People who score high in conscientiousness, they hate reacting to other people's agendas. They like order, and they are not fans of chaos. Step number 3 here is learn to slow down. Also, say no more than you say yes, and become someone who constantly says no. And also understand that multitasking is a freaking lie. The definition of it is screwing multiple things up at once. So if you're someone who likes to multitask, you have 1,000 windows open all the time, you're doing this, you're doing that, just know this is why you probably score low in conscientiousness. The fourth piece that we have here is get organized. Time block your calendar. Make sure you have a to-do list. Make sure you find a coach that can hold you accountable, and make sure you adapt a journaling practice. Fifth thing you can do here is learn to develop good habits. We're talking about meditation, very important habit that can help you with this. Your environment, super important. If you're in a chaotic environment, you're going to be a chaotic individual. Make sure your house is clean. Make sure your office clean. Make sure people understand that you are trying to work on these things, and be protective of your time. Next piece that we have here is develop your willpower and sign contracts with yourself that are non-negotiable. Set a goal, and every time you feel like not doing it, say, hey, I signed a contract with myself. This is non-fucking negotiable. No matter what the circumstances are, I keep pushing. So there's 6 elements that you can do to increase your conscientiousness score. That concludes lesson number 3 of the Entrepreneurial Psychology Masterclass. And we'll catch you in lesson number 4. Be great, enjoy the day, and we appreciate you joining us.